This is Mosiah chapter 1. And now there was no more contention in all the land of Zarahemla among all the people who belonged to King Benjamin, so that King Benjamin had continual peace all the remainder of his days. And it came to pass that he had 3 sons, and he called their names Mosiah, Heloram, and Helaman. And he caused that they should be taught in all the language of his fathers, that thereby they might become men of understanding, and that they might know concerning the prophecies which had been spoken by the mouth of their fathers, which were delivered them by the hand of the Lord. And he also taught them concerning the records which were engraven on the plates of brass, saying, My sons, I would that ye should remember that were it not for these plates which contained these records, and that these commandments, we must have suffered in ignorance, even at this present time, not knowing the mysteries of God. For it were not possible that our father Lehi could have remembered all these things, to have taught them to his children, except it were for the help of these plates. For he, having been taught in the language of the Egyptians, therefore he could read the engravings and teach them to his children, that thereby they could teach them to their children, so fulfilling the commandments of God even down to the present time. And I say to you, my sons, were it not for these things which have been kept and preserved by the hand of God, that we might read and understand of his mysteries, and have his commandment always before our eyes, that even our fathers would have dwindled in unbelief, and we should have been like unto our brethren the Lamanites, who know nothing concerning these things, or even do not believe them when they are told them, because of the traditions of their fathers, which are not correct. O my sons, I would that ye should remember that these sayings are true, and also the records are true. And behold also the plates of Nephi, which contain the records, and the sayings of our fathers from the time they left Jerusalem until now, and they are true. And we can know of their surety, because we have them before our eyes. And now, my sons, I would that ye should remember to search them diligently, that ye may profit thereby. And I would that ye should keep the commandments of God, and that ye should prosper in the land according to the promises which the Lord made unto our fathers. And many more things did King Benjamin teach his sons, which are not written in this book. And it came to pass that after King Benjamin had made an end of teaching his sons, he waxed old, and he saw that he must very soon go the way of the earth. Therefore he thought it was expedient that he should confer the kingdom upon one of his sons. Therefore he had Mosiah brought before him. And these are the words which he spake unto him, saying, My son, I would that ye should make a proclamation throughout the land among all this people, of the people of Zarahemla, and the people of Mosiah who dwell in the land, that thereby they may be gathered together. For on the morrow I shall proclaim unto this my people out of my own mouth, that thou art the king, and a ruler over this people, whom the Lord God has given us. And moreover I shall give this people a name, thereby they may be distinguished above all, that the people which the Lord God hath brought out of the land of Jerusalem. And this I do because they have been diligent people. They have been a diligent people in keeping the commandments of the Lord. And I give unto them a name that never shall be blotted out, except it be through transgression. Yea, moreover I say unto you, that if this highly favored people of the Lord should fall into a transgression and become wicked, and adulterous, that the Lord will deliver them up, that thereby they become weak like unto their brethren, he will no more preserve them by his matchless and marvelous power, as he has hitherto preserved our fathers. For I say unto you, that if he hath not extended his arm in the preservation of our fathers, they must have fallen into the hands of the Lamanites, and become victims to their hatred. And it came to pass that after King Benjamin had made an end of these sayings to his sons, that he gave him charge concerning all the affairs of the kingdom. And moreover, he also gave him charge concerning the records which were engraven on the plates of brass and the plates of Nephi, and also the sword of Laban, and the ball, or the director, which led our fathers through the wilderness, which was prepared by the hand of the Lord, that thereby they might be led every one according to the heed and diligence which they gave unto him. Therefore, as they were unfaithful, they did not prosper, nor progress in their journey, but were driven back and incurred the displeasure of God upon them, and therefore they were smitten with famine and sore afflictions to stir them up in remembrance of their duty. And now it came to pass that Mosiah went and did as his father had commanded him, and proclaimed unto all the people who were in the land of Zarahemla, that thereby they might gather themselves together and go to the temple to hear the words which his father should speak to them.